and for a little bit of this crazy little thing I just came across recently called Sandtrix. This game is crazy. Clear 40, okay. So basically, we're playing Tetris, except our pieces melt into sand. And it's actually very difficult. Oh no! I've screwed myself up at the bottom already. There's one pixel blocking me. Oh god. We have to get one continuous chunk of color across the screen to eliminate it, like that. But that other one was interrupted by one blue pixel at the bottom. Yeah. I think I might be screwed on this one too. This game's very hard, by the way. I played it a little bit just to make sure it worked and everything. Is that gonna get some? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't think this is going to work out. Ah! No. This runs awash. 2 clears down, 38 to go. Yeesh. I am not good at this thing. Oh no. Oh no. I need yellow. Okay, here comes yellow. Ah! I got blocked by 1 pixel again. Alright, you know what? Screw this. Screw it, screw it, screw it. Wash it all away. Yeah. That's the good stuff. Nice. I've never done this well before. Uh-oh. Already jinxed.
The heck?
Hello, sir.
This is...
My Tetris is melting.
Okay, so like, it's like one of them. Looks like the little things you have to do at summer camp, or then it'll make the little layer of the sand in the bottle, and
That's kind of like that in a way. Yeah.
Here's this called
Sandtrix.
Sandtrix. Like the Matrix, the Sandtrix has you, Neo.
Something like that. You gotta really use the particle physics to help you out in this game, I'm noticing.
I use the Sandtrix by getting lots of women. Oh, yeah. That was my Andrew Tate impression.
Ugh.
Sort of.
Didn't sound douchey enough.
I always thought the Matrix. The Matrix. Oh, how you beat the Matrix? It's like How you beat the Matrix?
I have no
Watch
idea what he
Dark
always
City.
says because I don't listen to him.
I watch a lot of videos of people bagging. In fact, I was just watching
Yeah.
Nuxanor today. I guess hey, do I do tape deal? I guess Hassan was having a slow day.
I guess.
Oh God, he has just been really bagging on Hassan Piker lately. Of course, the man is
That's
bagging on
fair.
himself. But anyways, normal work day today. Not too bad. No.
Oy.
No.
Now I get a green, thanks.
Green. Bum, 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 bum. Ta, 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 ta. Music's kind of catchy.
Yeah, it's good music.
It's almost kind of like that lo-fi music to study.
Yeah, lo-fi music to lose the game too. Yeah, I'm screwed now. Speaking of being screwed over by randomizers, by random chance anyway.
Right.
I don't know if you were there back in the day, if you were watching when I was playing Satisfactory with Kai, like a couple years ago or so.
Yeah.
But I found a couple mods for that game that randomize a bunch of stuff.
Oh, really?
So it's been a weird challenge playing through that game with the recipes randomized.
Right.
So it's like you still have all the same stuff you need to build, but the ingredients for building everything is randomized now. So like whenever you first learn a recipe, it gets shuffled basically, and it stays the same for the rest of the playthrough, but it's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
So you got to get weird ingredients for things.
Yeah.
Like I was making steel beams without ever making any steel ingots, for example. Okay. So we gotta get some green in there.
You need to buy more Robux.
Is that a Roblox thing?
Yeah, that was a joke at Roblox. I said, get all that stuff. You need to buy more Robux.
Yeah, that game is so predatory.
Yeah. I was just watching one of Papa Meat videos. Roblox is the worst. If you ever watch his stuff, that guy.
I don't know that guy, but Roblox is the worst. That's true.
He does these little videos, kind of ripping on everything. Let's see, I think his last, the last video he did was Prison Life Exposed, and before that, Hoarders, Holding on to Nightmares.
Oh.
There's one, Landlords are the Worst.
Frequently true as well.
Reality TV Ruins Lives.
Yeah.
He's done stuff on trading card games. That was an interesting one. This is his commentary. His commentary channel. His main channel is his animated videos. I think it's called Meat Canyon.
Oh, that's a name.
Yeah, that's making fun of a lot of other celebrities and YouTubers and other stuff. But this is his commentary, like I was one of them watching
Oh, nice.
Oh, of course, Nigerian princes and forbidden lovers, the internet's earliest scams.
Oh yeah, classics.
Here's this one on the horrors of Ozempic.
Oh, I don't know anything about that. That's a drug, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I forget, it's like for blood pressure or something, but it's been used kind of as a weight loss drug too now. Let's see. Here's one on World of Warcraft. Let's see. Cyclists ruin everything. Oh God. I've fortunately never had to deal with this, but you see all kinds of caught on video. Some cyclists think like he owns the freaking road.
Yeah, you get a few of those around sometimes.
Yeah. So there's one on cyclists. There's the one on trading. The horrors of trading card games. I remember apparently some guy. he found this ultra rare magic card. There was like a Lord of the Rings expansion for like Magic Gathering, and the One Ring card was like super rare.
Oh, you know why? They only ever printed one.
Right. And I think the Machine Gun Kelly, I think, bought it from him for like millions.
You know, that guy's got a pretty good stage name, but I feel like he ruined it when he turned it into an acronym.
No.
Like MGK doesn't have the same ring to it as Machine Gun Kelly, you know?
Yep. Let's see. Oh, I remember this video. Tourists ruin everything. I remember that. That was, you know, you kind of mentioned things like Andrew Tate and Johnny Somali. You know, that was their prank stuff. I'm talking about like just straight up tourists. They pretty much in Japan completely have just barred the geisha district, like, from tourists.
Oh yeah? Why have they been doing? Being drunk idiots or something? Or?
Well, it's like there's supposed to be like certain rules of this, and you know they're foreigners, they don't know that, and it's like I come up and pester them. Like,
oh, let me guess, like treating them like common prostitutes when they're supposed to be more classy than that, right?
Yeah, it's, you know, like I said, people just do not know the culture. It's like, heck, that's why, and it ain't just tourists, like I said, it's the online prank. Hell, just influencers right now are getting banned from a lot of, Japan is all but said, if you're any kind of online personality, you're not going to be allowed in here.
Thanks, Andrew. Or not, Andrew Tate, I guess, but mostly like Logan Paul.
Logan Paul and Johnny Somali, who's, oh God, if you've been following that.
I don't even know who that is.
He's one of those online pranksters. He's been doing a lot of stuff, and his latest one was doing it in South Korea, where he's currently awaiting trial. In fact, several trials.
Wow. Good job, buddy.
Yeah. Like I said, I only know about a lot of these guys because I watch YouTubers who like to show what idiots they are. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm cooking dinner.
How dare you?
Fries into the Earl. Making just like having little Tyson country fried steaks, making an easy dinner. One of them and some fries. Not knocking myself out because I did enough cooking at work today.
Yeah?
Yeah, they have, besides eagle bread and the cookies, we also sometimes have special orders, so you gotta fulfill that. And, a lot of stuff today. So glad when I get out of there. And now, cooking that, and I've got the makings, okay, I've got a birthday party Thursday night at this Mexican restaurant.
Yep.
And that's something there so good, I learned how to make it at home. So it's called a celada.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
It's beer, and it's like, so you pour beer into a chilled glass with ice or not, just mix it. You rim the glass like you would a margarita, you know, with lime juice and salt.
Uh-huh.
And if you want to, in this case, add a little called tahini. It's like a little chili lime kind of mix. So do that. Ice. Squeeze a wedge of lime, and then pour the beer over it. It's kind of got that. It's got the lime, the chili, the salt, and the beer. It's actually really good. Very crisp.
Nice.
Yep. I wish I had some. I wish I had some Mexican food to go with it, but oh well. Food's food at this point.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Love those combos.
Yep. Combo breaker.
Right? Combo starter.
The monster combo. Remember Killer Instinct?
Yeah, I was never super into it, but I remember the combo breaker.
Right, a mega combo.
Yeah.
And this was like, okay, it started as an arcade game, but it was basically when Nintendo's.
Yeah.
It was a Nintendo arcade game, but it was one of the first ones to use the 64-bit system.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like a predecessor, to what we get later on the Nintendo 64. Ooh, high score. Okay.
Yay. All right, let's try that again. Me.
Me.
That's what I usually type if I'm feeling too lazy to put a proper name in.
Mm-hmm.
It was me. Oh.
It's me, Austin. It's me all along.
Oh dear. Not you, Basil.
You ever heard of one of the famous moments in professional wrestling? So they had this one faction led by the Undertaker. It was almost kind of like a dark cult, and they kept saying their leader, the higher power, would arrive, and had that whole thing in front of the guy arrives hooded and all this after attacking Stone Cold Steve Austin. When they finally pulled the hood back, it's Vince McMahon, like the owner of the company. He was doing his whole villainous Mr. McMahon. That's just like, it's me, Austin. It was me all along. And I kind of love it here. And after Jim Rock went, oh, son of a bitch.
And people wonder why it gets called a soap opera for men.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Totally denies it.
Some people deny it.
No, not people that truly like it. It's like, we know exactly what it is, and it's for that reason we like it. I said, hell, if more soap operas included had fights in them, we probably would watch them.
Yeah, gotta mix it up, right?
If actually somebody put somebody into the sharpshooter on Days of Our Lives, I would be all for that.
Yeah, the Downton Abbey boxing league.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't do something like that. That's like the golden age. That was the old bare knuckle boxing. See the guys with the handlebar mustache, the fists kind of held out. Come on.
Or what's that English one? Coronation Street. That's the one.
Yeah. What happened, Donnybrook? Go time! Oh, sorry, I'm doing Letter Kenny there. Go time! Yeah, I love that when they're messing with the hockey players. I don't know if hockey players are the same as most football players. Like, yeah, you got the big bruisers, but if you have the big fit, handsome guys that everybody wants the picture with, although he's soon over them, when they're trying to fight with Wayne, and he pull his shirt off. Jesus, look at that treasure trail. You look like a 16-year-old Dutch girl.
I just barely blocked myself on that one. Okay, I think this run is a wash.
Ooh, speaking of wash, I was checking and see if my coolant was still good because it's getting hot again. And found out that, I don't know when it happened, but the windshield washer fluid tank, the cap is missing from it.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Like the plastic ring that kind of holds the cap to the pipe leading into it is still there, but it's just like the cap had been torn away from it. It's like, what the fuck? Where'd it go? How did it come off? That's the mystery. Anyways, I'll have to go around and go to one of the auto parts places and see if I can get a replacement there first. I mean, it's windshield washer fluid. It's not getting hot or anything. It's not gonna boil up out of it if there's no cap on it.
Yeah, it's probably dissolving or not dissolving, but
evaporating.
Yeah, that's the word.
But yeah, but anyways, I'll just like I said, I'll have a look for one. It's just weird. It's like, what happened to it? Where'd he go?
I mean, that's a great question.
Kind of reminds me. There used to be this. Okay, in the early days of the Sci-Fi Channel, when it was the Sci-Fi Channel,
Before it was Siffy.
Siffy, there was a show like called Mysteries from Beyond the Other Dominion or something. Basically, little scientific mysteries and stuff like that. And this little bespectacled guy was telling this. It had that kind of music, kind of like that behind it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's kind of like the History Channel, their Ancient Mysteries show, but a little bit more low rent.
Yeah.
I think they took it from what had originally been like a public access show. I missed it. Oh, I love the days of public access cable shows. Those are...
There's something.
Yeah, you could... It's interesting the stuff that goes on there, so if you guys pay for the airtime, you know...
Oh, I've seen some YouTube videos of people, like, showing off some of that crazy stuff.
Yeah. I mean... What's that one show? The Hypnotic Eye, which is basically just showing clips from a bunch of old stuff, from old horror and sci-fi stuff, and the main character is like this puppet, and his head was like just one big eye.
Creepy.
Yeah. It was kind of funny. It's a little snarky humor behind that. I mean, let's face it, it's a big part of Me TV now, but it started out as public access, was Fred and Dooley doing the old classic horror movies.
Yeah, this is very, very different from regular Tetris for sure.
Yeah. I get how you do it. You're supposed to be doing the same color line across the screen. That's how it works now.
But just the way you place your bricks is so different from regular Tetris because of the...
Yeah. The way it is all is like... hand with it.
I almost had that one.
Mm.
I keep screwing myself.
Mm.
Oh, God. Okay. Got that. Yeah! Cascade!
Mm.
Sometimes I rotate it in a certain way just to help the sand physics happen differently.
Right. Cascade. That's just faultless.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo.
Woo.
That was a recovery. We'll see how it goes from here, but it got to be a bit of a struggle for a minute there. Okay, so guess what I've got ready for us for next week?
What's that?
Thanks to a Steam sale. Hold on, can I pause this? Yeah. Thanks to a recent sale on Steam, I now have a copy of RoboCop Rogue City.
Nice.
That recent first-person one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Previously to that game, they made a Terminator first-person shooter that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
It was an interesting prequel, actually. It was called Terminator Resistance. It was happening during the days of the human resistance fighting the robots.
Yeah. It sounds like there used to be an arcade game that did that. It was one of the ones that like had the gun like attached to it and kind of aim that.
Right,
shot
yeah. I didn't usually play those kinds of games, but I've seen a lot of them around. House of the Dead and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. What was the one I liked the most? I think Lethal Enforcers. That was one of my favorites.
Hold on, I have a bot to nuke. Get out of here. Yeah, one thing I thought was interesting about the Terminator Resistance first-person shooter one was... Because you know how in Terminator 2 the whole thing it was like, oh, they got a hold of one of the Terminators and reprogrammed it to make it friendly?
Right.
In Terminator Resistance, you actually are one of the people who helps make that happen. Not the capturing part, but the character you play is the person who gets a hold of the I guess the control board chip or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
That they need to use to do the reprogramming. So you get to be part of that process, which is kind of neat. Yeah. Also, they had maybe one that didn't make sense, but sort of a bit of an explanation as to why. Like, hey, if Skynet can throw all these robots back in time, why do they only send like one or two? You know, why didn't they send a whole bunch? So spoilers, but at the end of the game, you end up you find out about Skynet building its time travel machine, and you storm the place with the whole resistance storms the place, and there's a big battle, and you finally manage to take it over and take it away from Skynet.
Yeah. But
before you manage to take it over, it manages to send two bots back in time. So that's why. Basically. They stuck two through before you stopped them.
Yeah. Okay, here's the one I was talking about. Terminator 2 Judgment Day Arcade. Produced by Midway and is in 1991. That thing was always in the arcade. People love to play that thing. Because it had several stages and you were doing different things. Like either you were trying to shoot enemies or protect like the people from things coming at them. You try to shoot them down before they got to the people.
RN Jesus has forsaken me. Uh-oh. Okay, there. Hey, we're recovering a bit. Hey! Made another 40. Me too. Okay, let's play endless mode instead. Just to see how far we can go with it. Yeah, this is a free game, by the way. If you want to, anybody feeling like playing this for yourselves. Which is the main reason I'm trying it out. This isn't the kind of game I usually play, so I normally wouldn't have bought this for myself, but free? Sure, why not? I'll give it a try.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I've been having some fun with replaying the Pillars of Eternity games. Because that's what Avowed is based on. I didn't really remember much about the series because it had been a long time. So I wanted to replay them to refresh my memory on the lore there. Jack, hello, sir. How are you? See, I want to get back to Avowed again. I'll understand the lore a lot better.
Yep.
Maybe recognize a few previous NPCs and stuff. Good times. Pillars of Eternity 2 especially is a very good RPG. Jack, do you know why my Tetris is melting? Did you do this?
Oh no.
Spellforce. Oh, I haven't played that one. More yellow. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh no?
This is not going great. Oh, okay, I'm recovering a little bit, but still not amazing. Okay, that's better. Recovered a bit. 80% sale? What is Spellforce 3? Ah, heck. I gotta pay more attention to my what's coming up next spot. I say, as I immediately don't pay attention to it. Everything's getting faster. Like Tetris does. Help. Woo. Oh. Ask for help and you sometimes shall receive if the game feels like it. Yeah. Hey, why aren't you... Oh, there's some blue at the bottom, that's why.
A little bit of blue there, yeah.
I've been cock-blocked by 1 pixel.
Yeah, it has. Oh god, that's like me trying to do a...
Oh no.
What do you call it? A color dump when I'm in the MS Paint.
Uh-huh.
When I use the bucket tool to like just fill the one area with paint.
Right.
But if the black lines are, if there's like just 1 pixel missing there, it'll fill up the whole screen.
Yep. That's where we need the undo button.
Oh yeah, that's what I do. That's the
Arg.
fact that I think I've covered everything. I go back, I'll fill that. Then I did it again. Fill it. They're still doing it. Where is it from? I have to like magnify everything like 100 times and every centimeter of this line.
The fruit Tetris game, Jack. Do you mean the one where you make bigger and bigger fruits by combining them, Suika? Yeah. Okay, I didn't like that mode. I don't like the way it gets faster. I'm just gonna stick to clear 40s. I don't think that one gets faster. It does have that similar kind of you make a match and then a bunch of stuff disappears in a cascade kind of feeling. Okay, there we go. I've never played that other one, the Suika game, but I've seen people play it. Looks neat. It's very cute. Jack, you should come by next week. We're gonna play RoboCop. With a sad piano intro screen. Ah, I'm being pixel blocked again. Okay. Let's get some blue out of the way here. Ah. I screwed myself on the red and green there. Oh, Canadian, red green should be on my side. Oh my god, they're giving me so much yellow. Is it good? The RoboCop game? I don't know. Haven't played it yet.
I remember it was a great RoboCop arcade game. It was like a side scroller.
I don't think I know that one.
That was 88. From Motion Software, Data East. Run and gun beat 'em up video game developed by Data East. So it's going like move through the city. The gameplay is similar to Data East arcades such as Bad Dudes. I remember that one.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Not actually, not really a great game, but it was fun at the time.
Yeah. So like you run across the city, you mainly can punch and kick stuff, and then when the shooting stage comes out, get the little, little thigh holster opens up and get the gun, and then once the part is over, which is usually the end of that round, he does a little gun twirl and back in.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh no.
Fun game, like I said. This is when I think video games were maybe were a lot of video games still were just a quarter, and
Right.
yeah, just never save your takeout containers. Like if something comes in a nice plastic bowl with a snap lid or something, you ever save them?
I haven't, but my roommate does sometimes.
I saved one. I got.
Oh no.
We got a branch of this fast food chain, Big Chicken. opened up recently.
Yeah. Oh, it reminds we got a Chick-fil-A here now.
This is notable.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. One of the backers for this business is NBA star Shaquille O'Neal.
Huh.
It lends his name to it. I tried it. It's chicken. They got chicken sandwiches, chicken strips. They got wings. I got like a small order of wings just to see. It's good. Wasn't terrible. It for 5 wings was like $10.99. Now, since I ordered them through the phone app, there's a coupon for free drinks. That's fine, but still, $11 for just 5 wings is kind of.
It seems to be the recent trend, doesn't it?
So I'm like, okay, nice. I don't think I'll be eating there a lot.
No. You remember that meme that was posted on Kai's server a little while ago about it was like Goofy furiously studying French so he can refuse to speak it rather than just not understand it?
Okay.
I felt the same way with Chick-fil-A being here now, because it's like, hey, well, before I never ate at Chick-fil-A because I never had the opportunity to. Now I can actively refuse to eat there because they have it here.
I will tell you this: before it was quite as controversial as it is now. I hate to tell you, we had it as part of the little food court deal at our college, right?
Right.
And like sometimes if I didn't want to eat the place I was working, I'd just walk down the hall. You get it there. There was a Chick-fil-A and a Subway. Like I said, the food is, I guess. I mean, let's face it. They have a very set menu. It's like been pretty much the same for forever. And it tastes all right. And like I said, back in the day, it was only the most controversial thing simply that the owner said, look, I was raised in this way, this is our belief, that's it. I'm not saying anyone, I'm not denying anybody this, that, and the other, it just says, my belief says it ain't this way. That's before they got really into, when they start, I guess, getting political.
Yeah.
It's like, if it's just your belief in that, you're keeping that as yourself. But when you're starting to support this candidate, another, it's like, yeah, that's when you start.
I mean, as a business owner, you should really be keeping your beliefs to yourself because it's got nothing to do with your business.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's the thing. It was in an interview, and the interviewer asked them point blank that. So. He said I need to keep that to myself, but I don't know. Like I said,
weird thing for the interviewer to just ask him outright like that. Then
I don't know. The same thing happened with for that guy from Duck Dynasty. I mean, they ended up with the same thing, and like everybody was protesting. It's like, okay, did you guys ever watch the show? Do you buy any of their products? If not, then it's like I refuse to support them. Were you ever supporting them? No. Then continue with their life. Okay. Yep. Like I said, I do not.
Uh-oh. That was a mistake.
Is that machine still? I'm looking to see. I was like, those Fruit Ninjas still exist.
I mean, it probably still exists. I doubt they just took it off stores,
There's Oh, there's mobile versions of Roblox and Minecraft apparently.
Yeah, gross.
My goodness. Now, the one thing I seem to get ads for all the time now, apparently, I don't know, has this replaced. That's one thing I ain't seen ad for, or I haven't seen anybody as a sponsor lately, for Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, I see them now and then. Not as often as before.
The one I get the ads for a lot now seems to be Warhammer 40,000 Tacticus.
Is that a mobile thing?
Yeah, it's a mobile
Okay.
game. It's like a turn-based fighting game set within the Warhammer 40,000 universe.
Right.
I tried it. It's a little too much of a gotcha game for my liking.
Ah, yeah.
There, Fruit Ninja. Still there.
Classic.
Fruit Ninja, there's Fruit Ninja 2, Fruit Ninja Classic. Oh, Cut the Rope is still there.
Hmm.
You ever play Cut the Rope?
No, but I've seen it.
Angry Birds is still there.
I played Little Angry Birds before. That's fun.
I played. There used to be a Star Wars Angry Bird. That's one I played.
Whew, snuck that back in there just in time. Hmm. Ah, the King in Yellow has been good to me.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm watching. Here, I'll be back here. I'm still watching it on Twitch, which is a few seconds behind there.
Yeah. Old habits, eh?
Yeah, well, I try to go there when somebody checking the chat, and then I forget and stay there, and
Oh, yeah, yeah. I get you. A bunch of red in a row now. Okay.
God.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm watching clips from the boys and their VR games, and they're doing something where they're all different versions of Spider-Man, and one of them is in a wheelchair. It's paraplegic Spider-Man.
Oh. When you said I thought you meant The Boys as in the TV show The
No,
Boys.
No, the boys are in the game streaming group.
So I was going to say, I'm pretty sure they never played VR on that show, and I don't think the new season's out yet.
No, this is like the boys. That's Josh Dub, your narrator, Mully, Eddie, occasionally Rekid. Oh, you'd like Rekid.
I would?
He's got the edgiest sense of humor among them, and he's called that because I don't think he's been doing it since he was rather young. And even after he's grown, he still looks young. He looks like a kid. And he can let out these blood-curdling, stone-shattering screeches.
I thought you said I would like him.
It's the way he does it. It's like, wow, how does someone hit that? You know, it's like, it's almost impressive.
Almost. That sounds outright impressive entirely to me.
Yeah. Especially the one where when Mully challenged him to a re-off, and he hits a screech, and Mully hits a Highland, and then it cuts to outside of VR, and like outside the door in some building, it said actual footage outside Mully's studio, and you hear from behind the door the Mully's screech. Like apparently somebody heard it off and immediately grabbed their camera just to record
the squeal,
screech in real life.
You can hear the in real time.
Now you could, of course, I get like a narrator is great. I watch his channel, his own separate channel. He's called that because he has this voice. It is like the perfect tone. It sounds like you expect on some voiceover narration, you know.
No. I have hecked up.
No.
Reminds me of, speaking of the narrator voice,
Yeah.
have you heard of this game called Monster Prom?
No.
So it's like a silly cartoony dating sim with monster characters, right?
Yeah.
But it's, first of all, the producer is a YouTuber I watch a lot, Jesse Cox.
Right.
And a bunch of his friends, well, they say that the characters have voice acting, but it's not really like, it's just like the occasional little noise people make, like oh.
Yeah.
But like Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps does one of them. His friend Dodger does one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, they got a bunch of themselves together. Like I think they got 3 or 4 of them together too. Because part of the thing is it's also one of the only dating sims that's actually multiplayer. So the idea of a game is like, you know, high school problems coming up. You got to get a date before a problem comes along. And there's a narrator character who appears to also be sort of a monster in the sense that he's like, he looks like, I'm not sure exactly what he's supposed to be, but he looks like an animated statue. He's like this chiseled stone man kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
But he's not a character in the game. He's just the narrator. But they got one of their friends to come along to do the voice of to like read out the narrator's lines for them while they were playing the game. And he went hard on it. Like he leaned into it so hard that he was doing like a super epic, amazing narrator voice. It was great. Of course, out of all of them, he's the one of the team that is actually like he does a lot of Twitch streaming, but he's also done some professional voice acting. Like he was one of the voices in the last what's that game? What are those side-scroll fighting games? Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
He voiced Axel in the last Guilty Gear release.
Huh.
And on Twitch, his name is Octopimp. But yeah, no, he did such a good narrator voice. And they've been doing sequels to the game. There's 4 games in the series now. And I think starting from the second game, you can actually date the narrator as well. Like, it can go fourth wall break.
Okay, let me find share. I will send you copy. Put this in links. You can watch that later.
Nah. I'm gonna start over. This run started off pretty bad, right from the get-go. But yeah, let me see. They've done Monster Prom, Monster Camp, Monster Road Trip, and now Monster Con.
Yeah. I remember Monster Party. That was a
unrelated, but yeah, that was a thing.
One of those crazy Nintendo games. It's like you don't really know how to play it. It was one of the better JonTron videos.
Hello, Doggo. My Tetris is melting. Do you know who did it? I don't know why my Tetris is melting, but here we are. I just learned about this game a few days ago, and it is very hard. Which is how you know it's Tetris.
Oh, they still have it? Not bad. Looking at Monster Party, there's the NES, what does it say, renewed? I don't know what that means. Like restored? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Anyways, it's yeah, this is a Monster Party NES cartridge, renewed, $30.
Sounds like they mean like refurbished or something.
I guess. I don't know how. Let's see.
I just covered up the grain. Ah. Sounds so chill.
Oh, I found something that's so crazy I had to buy it.
Yeah?
It's like a Hawaiian shirt, sort of. It's
Okay.
like a type of
Yeah.
shirt with the crazy design, and it's all the way up of the cartoon Hong Kong Phooey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, one of my favorites as a kid. I happened to find it, and this is after I had been having a conversation with some coworkers. One brought like, "What was your favorite cartoon as a kid?" And we chose the different ages between them. You know, me, who grew up was a kid in the '70s. I remember Hong Kong Phooey, the Super Friends, Space Ghost, everything. Other ones who remember G.I. Joe and Thundercats, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then some they remember the more recent stuff or their stuff. They know like Johnny Test and you know, fucking Cat Dog and stuff like that. Yeah.
Did you say Johnny Quest?
Test.
Oh, Test. I don't know what the hell that is.
That was a Cartoon Network cartoon. It was some kid who like all these kind of crazy sci-fi adventures. Like his sisters were super geniuses, and they all had some new thing. What he'd end up making off with whatever new thing they'd created and having crazy adventures. One of which was his dog, who, as well as one of the experiments, he could talk now.
Of course.
It was kind of, it was almost kind of Jimmy Neutron, but not quite.
Well, this is going very poorly suddenly. Anyways, yeah, I thought you said Johnny Quest, and I was going to say, like, oh, this guy needs to check out the Venture Brothers then.
Oh, well, no. See, I remember Johnny Quest, and that's why I knew exactly what the Venture Brothers were.
God, the Venture Brothers is so good.
Yeah. I was
there
like,
we go.
One of my favorite characters in that show, I think it was number 24. He was one of the
was he was he the fat one or the skinny one?
Skinny one. I think he died in the end of the third season, and I don't remember if they ever managed to bring him back or not. That was sort of like this quest that number 20 was on. But anyways, during some kind of thing where they're spying on the boys while they were on a double date, and so like I think Dr. Gohan was back with Phantom Limb at that point, so it's like her and Phantom Limb and the Monarch and some date he met on the live journal. Oh, that's funny. But that, like later, she says, "How old was she?" It's like, "I'm a grown man in a butterfly costume. What kind of age you think that attracts?" Well, he's honest about it. I did like the thing where it says, I just thought you were in a cosplay. I'm in costume business, not costume play.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, there it is. Almost. Come on, another red one. Ah.
Yeah, here's the red.
And... Yes. Yeah.
What is this? The $6 million man game?
It kind of sounds like it, sort of.
Right?
When the computers start doing a little touchpad, like you can unlock it by your biometric or whatever, and one of the ads, the guy was describing his friend are sitting like a airport lobby or something. It said biology, and all of a sudden the guy from behind his newspaper puts it as Lee Major says, "Actually, it's more like na 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 na." No.
That's good.
Watch that show, it's so damn long. Last time I remember, I think it was in the early days of the Sci-Fi Channel was showing reruns of that.
Okay, good.
Green. There.
Save me, Green.
Green.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. This is a mess.
There's red. Yeah. Damn it.
Okay.
There's some red. If you can, almost.
Okay, here we go. There's another red. Boom. Yay! I made my 40.
Have you seen the Tetris movie yet?
Oh, the one about the backstory of Tetris or whatever?
Yeah.
No, this generally not. I don't usually watch documentary type stuff.
Oh, it's not a documentary. It's definitely much it's a drama, and it's interesting to see. What's the guy's name? Taron Egerton from like Kingsman movies.
No idea.
Oh. I can remember he was in the Kingsman movies. He's been in other things, but that's one I remember him for. He plays the guy who basically worked for Nintendo and was the one that, like, when first seeing the game, I was like, this has to be on the Nintendo. This was like before the Game Boy comes out. They said this is going to sell millions of units. Like, more than any Mario or Zelda or Pokemon game. As he said, you want to make a few thousand selling to kids? Put Mario on. You want to sell millions selling to everybody? Put Tetris on.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, almost. Almost.
Okay, we should be getting a bit better now. Can unleash that layer.
Well, there. Maybe.
Ooh, I'm not sure. Well, maybe that red will help us later.
Maybe. Yellow.
I wanted green here, not red. Oh well, that's fine. Can work with that. There, we'll put that there. Okay, get rid of this blue layer.
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah.
There. There we go.
Yeah, there we are.
There.
I got pixel blocked.
I know. Got cut off. Wah! There. Not helping.
Oh, might be able to get a yellow here. There we go.
And some green. Oh, not helping.
All right, I think I can get the blue now.
Yeah. Ooh. Almost.
I blocked off my yellow. That's alright, I'm very close to getting rid of this green. So, there we go.
Come on. Yes.
Woo.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. No.
That red'll work. It'll get rid of itself quickly.
Then we can blue. Come on. Yes.
Yeah. There we go. Alright, I'll take this risk here. And of course there's the yellow. Typical. That's okay, once I get rid of the green, the yellow should touch together. There we go. I like it when the yellow touches.
That's my yellow. I like it when my yellow touches.
Oh, just barely avoided another pixel block. Okay, this looks good. What about this? Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
More pixel blockage. There we are.
What? Oh no.
It's hard to hear, but I think because I have headphones on, I can hear it. Sometimes when the sand is settling down, I hear like a little hissing of sand movement noise. Oh, heck. I have blocked again. Alright, green. Help me out here. There we go.
Oh! I was telling others about this. So, I was in, we had a really bad storm. We were in a tornado watch the other day.
Right?
And this was right after work, and I said, okay, instead of going home, I'll find a security building here. And I went to the Books A Million. Went to the I bought a book, went to the coffee shop, got a drink, and just hung out there until it was over. Well, when I went in, they had a copy of the new edition Monster Manual for Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, okay.
And I was thinking, okay, let's see what the fuss is about and how much information is accurate here. Because the first thing everybody talked about how the orcs are now taken out of the main body of the book. Like they're not a. And I said,
well, they're not out of the monster manual anymore. They're not monsters anymore. Yeah.
Well, that's a thing. Now, up to that point, okay, yes, they're a player or species now. But here's the thing: all the other playable species, races, were still in the monster manual. since the beginning. Humans, elves, dwarves, they've always been in the monster manual. So if they're taking the orcs out, are they taking all of them out as well?
Yeah, probably not, eh?
They did.
They did. Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay. So
Fair enough.
We're equal across the board there. At least, it's like, I'm sorry, at this point, you're just way too invested in just the orc. And it's like,
Yeah.
No one has ever had a problem with having as a monster race, and we wouldn't have had no problem with them being a playable race so long as you kept it, an either or. Now, they are apparently in the appendix or index or whatever in the back of the book. So if you're taking a player race and making it into an NPC, which... Okay. Funny thing, what is in the monster manual now apparently are classes. So like, mage, druid, stuff like that, they're in the monster manual.
Maybe they're just doing that to keep it unrace specific. Like, this isn't like orcs and humans as monsters. It's any race that's a mage as a monster.
Right.
Or as
an
antagonist, yeah.
Adjust it to whatever species you're playing, I guess. I mean, that's the other thing they're saying. Oh, they're taking away some of the advantages or debuffs that these races want to have compared to another. I'm like, well, that's kind of the point. It's like, how you play a character who can do this but not that. That made it part of the fun. And I'm sorry, for somebody who's trying to work for diversity, you've kind of made everything the same.
Some people end up doing it that way. And it's a bit of a shame. Oh, man.
Anyways, and at this point, I said, you know what? I think I'll keep my 2014 edition, and I get a feeling so will a lot of other people.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Hasbro Wizards is still selling the 2014 stuff as well. They haven't cut that out entirely.
Well, that's the good thing about editions of these games, is you don't have to upgrade.
Yeah.
You can just keep the old one that you like better.
Yeah, but a lot of the times, when the new edition comes, they don't print and sell any more of the old one. They still are. So it makes you wonder how much confidence they have in this new edition.
Yeah, that's unusual. Maybe they learned their mistake from 4th edition when they completely ditched 3rd edition stuff, and then 4th edition flopped.
I don't even remember too much about 4th edition. I had I know I had the 2 players' handbooks from that edition.
Well, that was the edition that all of the people who loved 3rd edition mostly hated 4th edition. But then people who had never played before got attracted in by 4th edition. So you got a lot of new people, but a lot of the old people hated it. Like me.
Yeah, well, the main thing they were kind of doing, I can see what they were doing by the way everything was set up. It said they're just trying to see
make
at
a board
that
game.
point. The RPG had kind of was being sort of replaced by the miniatures game. There was a collectible miniatures game at that time, and it was doing really well. Used to play that; it was great. And I think they were trying to somehow make a RPG that would still use a lot of stuff from the miniatures game.
That's what it felt like. Yeah. That's why I call it a board game.
Yeah. That's the thing. The collectible miniatures game, I think it's still around, but I don't know. Collectible miniatures games have sort of lost traction for the most part. The only thing that's still around is Hero Clicks.
Oh yeah, I think they did that with D&D as well, the HeroClix style.
Well, I don't think they ever did it like a Heroes Click. It was its own thing. You get a miniature, on the base is all the stats, and there's a card that goes along with it, but it didn't have the little click base like the HeroClix did. Now, the original game to use that mechanic was a fantasy game called Mage Knight.
Oh, right. That's what I was thinking of.
That was the original WizKids game. And then we got Hero Clicks, and then they tried a bunch of other games to try and make them into Clicks games. We had a Mech Warrior, there was a Shadowrun, there was even Crimson Skies.
Crimson Skies was one of the only flight sim dogfight video games that I actually enjoyed.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Crimson Skies started out as a box, like as a the tabletop battle game.
I played that once.
And I think the little miniatures then were like made out of metal. And you had the little maps and everything. There was sky map, and I think there's a big airship map and everything.
Yeah, at one point Microsoft made it into an Xbox game.
Right, and
very good.
Like I said, we had the miniatures game, the computer game, like our Xbox game, and then it kind of just disappeared. I forget what was the original company that put it out, because they were a complete, like, Skies. Oh, that's the arcade game. There's a tabletop and a video game franchise. By Gordon Weissman and Dave McCoy, first released in 1998 as the board game. Let's see, FASA. Okay, that makes sense. They're the ones that did. They are the ones that did the original BattleTech and Shadowrun games. Yep.
Shadowrun now owned by somebody else, but FASA started it.
Yeah, they're the ones who did the. I remember back in the 80s, they did there were Star Trek and Doctor Who RPGs.
Also, Doggo, you said something about a mixture of additions in your campaign, though. What mixture of additions happened there?
And 5, interesting.
3 and 5, though, well, that would mix together better than most other mixtures, because 5 is heavily based on 3. In a lot of ways. I can think of some things that 5 did that I would put into 3, like the changes to spell preparation were much better. Spell prep is evil, and they helped make it less evil.
I don't remember this one from Earth Dawn. That was kind of Foster.
Yeah.
Attempt at making their version of Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, that is... Well, not... I mean, it's just that it's a fantasy RPG, but my favorite... First of all, Earth Dawn, my favorite RPG ever made. It's so good. Second of all, fun little continuity to this conversation.
Yeah.
It's no longer the case because the IPs are owned by different companies now. But when Earth Dawn was first created, it was actually the same timeline as Shadowrun.
Yeah.
It was 7,000 years before Shadowrun happened, but in the same world / timeline. Yeah. And there are references to Earth Dawn in Shadowrun.
Right. Game is similar in fact to fantasy game like Dungeons and Dragons, but draws more inspiration from games like RuneQuest.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
RuneQuest. I seem to remember that one. That was... the original... That was Chaosium that did that original one. Chaosium were the ones that did... they were the ones that made the original Call of Cthulhu RPG.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a Call of Cthulhu RPG. That one... Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, ran since 81. That was one of the more popular games. I had a couple of Chaosium games. I had Call of Cthulhu, and I think they're also the ones who made the Stormbringer games. That was based on in Michael Moorcock's Elric saga. Oh, and they also I remember they also made an RPG based on George R. Martin's Wild Cards game or novel series.
Never heard of it.
Okay, yeah, well, that's one he did in the 90s. Wild Cards was basically was a superhero novel series. So when basically an alien device is basically detonated over the Earth, and people start developing superpowers.
Okay.
It's an interesting. Let's see. Set during an alternate history of post-World War II United States, series follows events after an airborne alien virus is released over New York City in 1946 that eventually infects tens of thousands globally. The virus, designed to rewrite DNA, is developed as a bioweapon. But yeah, it's
talking about a bioweapon backfiring, eh? We made you stronger by accident.
Yeah, but yeah, that was kind of George R. Martin's original book series, and it was fairly successful. But not a lot of people remember that one. Of course, now Martin's known for Game of Thrones.
Do 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 do. That is still one of the best theme songs ever made. I love it. Really worms its way into your brain. Speaking of Call of Cthulhu, actually, I remember there being a board game for Call of Cthulhu, or based on it, called Arkham Horror, I think it was.
Yeah.
And I played. There's a game that's actually it's not out yet, but there was a demo for it on Steam. It's called Horror at High Rook.
Yeah.
Which is essentially a video game horror style, like horror investigation. Like I don't think it was actually literally Lovecraft based lore, but it was similar. Like you have a team of experts investigating a haunted house, and you gotta use like knowledge and rituals and things. It was pretty good. It was a pretty cool video game that's pretending to be a board game.
Yeah.
I would recommend checking it out. Gonna get GTA 6 before wins? What is wins? What you talking about, doggo? If I'd known I was going to get 4 reds in a row, I would have done something different. Oh, well. Of course, now you're not going to give me another one, are you? Okay, that works. Winds of Winter is the next Ice and Fire book. Oh, okay. Never read any of the books. I only ever watched the show. Really enjoyed the show, though. Except I took everybody's advice and I skipped last season.
Oh, yeah. They said watch. You can watch the last season up to a point, which really should have been where it ended.
I just skipped. I watched seasons 1 to 7.
The shows I really want to continue watching now, I'm looking forward to the next seasons of Invincible, The Boys, Wednesday, and the Game of Thrones, not the Game of Thrones, the Wheel of Time TV show.
Many have said you can watch season 8 up through the episode The Long Night. That's the Battle of Winterfell when they are fighting the the White Walkers. So that's like the big battle that ends. They finally defeat the White Walkers, but they lose a lot of major characters in that episode. Like they said, that should have been where it ended.
Well, I don't know if you've ever read Wheel of Time, but don't listen to the haters. The TV show is incredible.
Hey,
it's so good.
Haven't seen the show.
Watch the show then. You'll you don't need to have read the books for the show. But one thing I've been really impressed by is the actors they got for the TV show.
Yeah,
did such an amazing job. Like a couple of them looked very different, but some of them looked perfect. Like when I looked at the lineup, there's 6 main characters.
Yeah,
like that you could consider to be like the quote unquote main party, if you will, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked at the poster, or like you're on not Netflix, but like the Amazon Prime version of Netflix, but you know how the title cards for each show has like it's like a little movie poster of the show, right?
Right.
When I was looking at that and the main 6 characters were on it, I was like, I instantly in the first half a second could identify 3 of them from the books because they looked exactly like what I imagined them from. From the books, like okay, you're you're probably this one, which means these 2 that I don't recognize must be you and you, but just looking different than I expected. But everybody's acted their characters perfectly, even if they look different from what I expected. But some of them even looked perfect too. Like, oh, it was very good. Very impressed.
Yep.
Very cool fantasy story. The element that I like to the story that was what really makes it interesting is the way the magic works in the story. They don't call it magic; they call it the one power.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what they call the people who can use it, but there's this big war in the past of like this big evil person, this big evil guy who's like corrupted half of the source because. The source being where the one power comes from. But the source is divided up between, like, the one power used by men and the one power used by women is separate.
Yeah.
And the male half got corrupted because of this evil guy. Called the Dark One or something like generic like that. But there's this prophecy that he's going to get reincarnated, but also the guy who defeated him will also be reincarnated so that they can fight again. Problem being, now that the male half of the source is corrupted, that means the ultra powerful, almost godlike male user of power that's going to have to defeat essentially Satan,
right,
is using the male half of the source, which means that it drives men crazy that use the corrupted source, right?
No.
Sooner or later, depending on how strong their willpower is, they will eventually go insane.
Right.
And so now the person who's like almost godlike power levels and is fated to save the world is also destined to go completely insane eventually. So that's part of the fun of the story and the setting. Like, oh, here's the fated savior and also maybe our destroyer as well. Who knows? ? Shrug. Are we going to be saved just to be fucked over? Like, what's going on?
Sort of is a little bit like the Elric saga. See, he's meant to save the world, but at the cost of himself. But eventually, he gets at the cost of himself and everyone and everything he loves.
Yeah. Similarities.
Yeah. I mean, The Elric books have been,
Mhm.
many fantasy lovers love Elric books, and you like the tragic hero. And sort
Yeah,
of never want to
I've heard that a lot of people accuse The Witcher of ripping off Elric.
That many have said that.
Because Geralt is basically very similar to Elric. They say. I don't know if it's true.
I've never read the Witcher books to know.
Mhm. Also, one of the early mysteries I'll say with Wheel of Time, just because it comes up very, very, very early on, like episode 2 of the show, or like in the first book of the book series. The main 6 characters I was talking about, it's 3 men and 3 women, but it's found out that very early on that basically there's 3. Wait, am I getting the numbers wrong? Maybe it's 7 people. Anyway, there's 3 guys and 2 ladies and 2 young women from this little village, and basically an experienced mage lady and her protector, so it is 7, show up to rescue them from the town, because the town comes under attack very quickly.
Yeah.
But the main reason they're there, they didn't know the attack was going to happen immediately. They were trying to get them out before the attack, but they didn't get out fast enough. But they're there in the first place because they heard that the guy who's the reincarnation of the hero to save the world, he's called the Dragon Reborn.
Yeah.
She figured out that the Dragon Reborn would be growing up in this village and coming of age. Like, she knew that the Dragon Reborn was going to be in this village, and it's been determined out of these 3 guys and 2 ladies that are there, one of those 5 people is the Dragon Reborn, and they're trying to figure out who it is.
Yeah.
So you get some mystery of that early on also. Like, which one of you is it? And they do a good job of it in the sense that they give you enough clues as the reader / viewer that you can figure out who it is before they actually come out and say it. You know?
Yeah. Yep. Have you ever read Terry Pratchett's Discworld series?
Yeah, I love it.
Yep.
Loves me some Discworld. I was too slow. But what's his name? The guy who wrote Wheel of Time, Robert Jordan. He's one of those authors that I think he's similar to Tolkien and George Martin in the sense that he's overly obsessed with certain things and will explain them to way too long of an extent. You know, like I famously had there was one part in the Wheel of Time where I remember there was a particular door in a room that was very fancy, and he spent like a page and a half describing this door. It was very silly.
You ever read anything by R.A. Salvatore?
Oh yeah, lots. He writes tons of D&D books.
Yeah, so I was saying.
Novels, I should specify.
Yeah, of course, the Dress series.
Yep.
Another one I like is Dan Abnett. He writes a lot of
40K.
games, 40K. So yeah.
Yep. He's very good.
I know he writes the 40K. Does he write any of the? I can't remember which ones exactly. I know he wrote Eisenhorn, of course, the Gaunt's Ghost series.
Yep.
I can't remember if he was the one that wrote, or if I'm thinking of something else. No, it doesn't look like. I was thinking, who wrote the Godric and Phoenix? Godric and Felix book series. William King. All right. If you never read that one, that was set in the Warhammer Fantasy universe.
I've read a bit of that, but I don't know as much about it.
Yeah.
I know 40K better.
So Gotrix is basically a slayer. He's a dwarf slayer. Basically,
Berserker type, yeah.
Basically, it's almost a penitent thing. Through some great dishonor, he has to regain honor by dying bravely in battle, and to that end goes after the most dangerous creatures there are. And basically teaming with Felix, who kind of becomes his chronicler. So it's almost sort of a Geralt and what's that character's name?
I don't know.
One from The Witcher. That's one that follows him around, the bard or whatever. That's.
Oh, yeah, I forget his name too, but I know who you're talking about now.
So it's almost kind of like that thing.
I didn't read the Witcher books. I've just played the games, but yeah. He's got some sort of ridiculous name because he's a bard. Yeah. Whew. Pulled that one off. Robert Asprin's Myth Inc. series.
Oh yes, Robert Asprin Myth series. So basically, our two main characters, there is a wizard's apprentice and a demon, and somehow the demon had been summoned by the wizard, and then the wizard died. And now the apprentice, they break on adventures trying to. The apprentice has not gotten to the level that can send the demon back. So they're kind of traveling the world trying to find someone who can, getting into a budget. It's very much a fantasy comedy series. So much so that there was an actual comic series based on it by Phil Foglio. You know who that is, of course.
Phil Foglio, yeah.
Yeah.
Girl Genius.
Girl Genius, What's New with Phil? Oh, God. His series in Dragon Magazine, What's New with Phil and Dixie, is still one of my favorites.
Nice.
Of course, if you ever read in the late 80s and 90s, there was his adult sci-fi fantasy humor series, Xenophile.
Go on.
Yeah, basically, it was. There were
sounds
sci-fi
sounds like something girly would be into.
Yeah, it was sci-fi, fantasy, adult, stories. Good dose of humor. This is for Leo, after all.
Yeah. Sounds like reminds me of Heavy Metal magazine.
I know. Yeah, imagine a more humorous version of Heavy Metal.
I mean, Heavy Metal was often humorous already, but it wasn't really its main focus.
Then again, Heavy Metal, Heavy Metal was definitely what I'd call a hard R. It was not a straight X-rated. Xenophile was.
Gotcha.
Yes. You know what? That's a thing I always wondered about that, considering how well they did. They didn't go further. When we, the success of 300 and then Sin City, I'm surprised they didn't try to do more stuff based on Frank Miller books.
Yeah, good point.
But there was, of course, Hard Boiled, a great one, and there was the Martha Washington series. Those are fantastic. I would have loved to see movies of them. I mean, everybody wants a strong, independent woman hero. They would have definitely got that with Martha Washington.
Did you ever read any of Yahtzee Crawshaw's books?
Don't think so. I don't know the names. So
there was
I'd say no.
He is originally famous for. He used to be part of the Escapists, where he did the zero punctuation videos.
Mm-hmm.
That guy.
No.
He does. He's written a lot of novels, and one of my favorites he's wrote was called Differently Morphous, which is a story about. So imagine modern day England.
Yeah.
But magic exists in the world, and there's like a secret government agency for dealing with magical situations. Yeah. And then one day, some blob monsters start showing up, but they're being friendly and they're like applying for asylum with the government.
Yeah.
And so it's called differently Morphous because the blob monsters are sentient and they just want to live peacefully with everybody else and be left alone. But they're shaped differently than humans, so they're differently Morphous. And then there's a sequel, which I haven't read yet, called Existentially Challenged. Don't know what that's about yet, but it's there.
Speaking of that...
Highly recommended, by the way, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, speaking of books, since I was waiting at the Books A Million for something to read, I went and got... first thing I did was check out the magazines, and God, the print magazine is a dying breed, I'm sorry to say.
Yeah.
I like the print magazine. I like to have a physical thing sometimes, and also the fact, they were collectible. I mean, as much as like comic books are collectible, so are magazines.
Yeah.
But anyways, what I did get was, since they finally had the first volume at the store, finally, it had been forever, they'd have all the later volumes, but never that, I got now the current print run of Fist of the North Star.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know they made a game out of that a few years ago. That was apparently insane.
There have been many games based on that. There have been many anime adaptations of the book. But
this particular game I'm thinking of is like played kind of like the Yakuza games, I think.
I think I know what you're talking about. Heck, I remember going all the way back to the NES days was a Fist of the North Star game. That was an interesting one. Anyways, but yeah, this is $25. This was $25. It's hard. It's a hardback. That's the thing I like. As most manga will still get published as paperback.
Mm-hmm.
This was published as a hardback.
That's rare.
It's like well over 280 pages. It's in the original black and white. I think they've cleaned up the print a lot so I had the one from the 80s, which was published by Viz, and then in the aughts, a company called Gutsun Entertainment, who they did an interesting thing before where it was started doing the American translation of Shonen Jump. Gutsun had a book called Raijin, Raijin.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think translates as Thunder, and its sister publication, Fujin. Now, Raijin reprinted a lot of manga series. Fujin was kind of your book about manga news, so anything on new books, anime, videos, whatever. That was what Fujin covered.
What does Fujin mean? Lightning or something, maybe?
Lightning, yeah.
Okay, thunder and lightning. Yep.
Right. Anyways, then there were a bunch of collected editions of the books that Raijin would publish, and I have a couple of them. And then they weren't being published. Okay, one of the series being published in Raijin was Fists of the Blue Sky. The creators of Fist of the North Star got together again to do a prequel series.
Oh, okay.
It was set in like 1930s Shanghai during when all these different occupations. Basically, after the fall of the Manchurian Empire, and when a bunch of different countries were kind of laying claim to sections of China. So yeah, this is basically one of the earlier grandmasters of the Shinken.
China.
But yeah, oh god, you just reminded me of something. You've seen this guy? He's on TikTok. He basically makes and sells like LED signs, neon signs. But he starts the videos always by reacting to other TikToks, and the weirder the better, so he can make fun of them. some lady, obviously white lady, says, if I could speak as a black woman, I said, sure, if I could speak as Donald Trump, he sticks the big on China, China, I know China.
Yep.
But this guy, Tony, he's hilarious, though, isn't some weird looking, PC, it looking thing, just first thing's like, hello, and immediately cuts to Tony, goodbye.
Nice.
It's like, personally, I hope you lose all of your trans friends. I don't have any trans friends. Anyway. Or, so, yeah, it's... But Tony is hilarious. And, occasionally he'll do that stupid Donald Trump impression. China, China, I know China.
I was having a good laugh at the that Gaza tourism commercial he put out. Have you seen that?
No, I didn't see that. No,
because you know how he's talking about turning Gaza into like a vacation resort and casino and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So he got some sort of AI generated commercial put together for it. To show everybody, like, hey, come hang out in our Gaza casino resort. It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
And the number of AI slop glitches in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Like one thing is hilarious. Like you can only see it for a few frames, but there's like these dancing girl, like traditional belly dancer outfit, dancing girls on a beach. But if you're paying attention, you notice that their heads are men, like from the neck down, they're traditional belly dancer ladies. Yeah, but from the neck up, they're men with beards.
Jeez, I mean, there was somebody.
It's very funny.
Who basically, apparently Gaza isn't as bad a shape as people make it out to be. Because some guy, he managed to get there in Palestine. I mean, not Gaza, but in Palestine, he was showing business as usual, people are doing all right, and he was doing it alongside some Hamas propaganda videos, some little girl who's saying in perfect English that we have no food, no water, and the guy's showing a full grocery store in Palestine.
No. And yeah, it shows Elon Musk a couple of times eating something both times. And the second time was weird because like both times it looks like he's scooping up hummus out of something. Yeah. But the second time, the thing he's scooping the hummus out of is like a pizza or something.
No,
like it's not an actual pizza. It's some sort of Middle Eastern food that looks similar to pizza, but it's got a red sauce, and he's scooping hummus, which is yellow brown, out of something that's red and also unbroken.
Watery hummus. It's like reminds me of the fucking, what do they call it? The Logan Paul and Mr. Beast has a lunchery or whatever. He said he likes his hummus drippy. Apparently the cheese sauce is very thin in one of their things, and that's apparently was Logan said, I like my cheese drippy.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Trumpy's guys, it's so woke. It's the best woke. You'll never see anything like it. It's the best woke.
It's huge.
It's gonna be huge. Speaking of huge, I'm laughing at all these posts I'm seeing about the new Pokemon game that came out. Oh my god, the thirst. Because you know how new game comes out and there's a character that the entire internet's immediately thirsty for?
Yeah.
I think she's just an NPC. Like, I don't think she's even a named character. I don't know how much you know about Pokemon. But they're I know in a previous Pokemon game there was a character you would you fight. Like, she was like a random encounter enemy trainer type, but not like a major gym trainer or anything. Just like a random person you find on the street and that challenges you to fight. Who's like this haunted lady named Hex Maniac. Sure. Like this crazy goth looking late chick.
Yeah.
So there's this new character in the new game that they're calling the new Hex Maniac because she's not goth and she doesn't look crazy, but she's wearing black and she looks like she's like haunted, like possessed by something. And so some people are saying that she's the new Hex Maniac. Some people are saying that she's the original Hex Maniac's mom because she looks like she's in her upper 30s or 40s or something. But the internet is horny for this lady.
Looking,
and I don't blame them. She is gorgeous.
Yeah, here's the one here, Generation 3.
Yeah, I've made at least 1 or 2 posts in the ship posting channel about her. At least this time it's an adult character. I don't know what age Hex Maniac was, but I know there have been previous characters that, like in Sword and Shield, there was the water trainer was like this dark-skinned girl. She was like, I'm not sure if she was supposed to be African or just like an extra dark, like Polynesian girl.
Right.
I don't know what her age she was, but let's just say she looks young enough that it was her age status was questionable as to should all these people be thirsty for this girl? Probably not. Yeah. She's probably in her mid-teens or something. But yeah, that's been a trend.
Yeah, there was one from. I don't think. I forget which game she's from. Pokemon Sword. Okay, she's a gym leader trainer. She's named B. She's supposed to be a martial artist. Very fit. Like,
oh, I think I've seen the artwork of her. Yeah.
Darker skin, barefoot. She wears kind of like a shorts and a crop T-shirt, but a kind of body sleeve underneath. It's like fit girl. I like that.
Yeah, I think she's the. What do they call the? I don't know the Pokemon type. Fighting type. I think she's the fighting type gym person.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
There's a 4th gym leader, Galarian trainers face in their gym challenge in Pokemon Sword. This introduced during the gym challenge opening ceremony at the Motos Stadium. But let's see. Praise. Leader. Team Sword Masters EX. Ranked gym leader, specialized in fighting types. Yeah,
that's what I figured because she looks like just a normal martial artist person.
Right. Yes, first appeared in Sword.
Then there was one of the I don't remember which Pokemon game it was, but I remember one of the characters you could play as was like this girl with a Scottish hat and like a kilt or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, the internet liked her too.
Man, I was watching the. You ever watch Turkey Tom on YouTube?
Nope.
He's an interesting guy talking about tales, almost a Tales of the Internet type thing, but he had a whole city, which I guess you could call the Degenerate series. There was a Roblox Degenerate, My Little Pony Degenerate, Five Nights at Freddy Degenerate.
Yeah.
Any fan community can be a host to some really unsavory characters.
Oh, any and every.
Yeah. And it was interesting was about one thing about the guy that originally created Five Nights at Freddy's. He was kind of open to other people doing their versions of it. In fact, he wouldn't hype it up if the game was good. And one was was definitely a spoof of Five Nights at Freddy's called One Night at Flumpty's.
Yeah.
But yeah, the guy who created that turned out to be a real Jonachrome, I think was the guy's name. Yeah. A lot of bad allegations and stuff who basically caused the game. Well, of course, the guys who made Five Nights at Freddy's had to pretty much distance themselves from him, so that pretty much killed the game.
Yeah.
Things are getting spicy over here. Ugh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm screwed now. But yeah, I've still never actually played a Pokemon game. But, oh, you end up recognizing all this fan art all over the place, you know?
Yeah.
That round definitely got away from me. It was going well for quite a while. But eventually my luck ran out.
No, no.
I'm not even sure how the scoring in this game works, and I don't care. I'm just trying to make my goal of 40 clears, you know?
Yeah.
Larson, hello. Isn't it past your bedtime, sir? Yeah. I need one more Lello. Okay. There we go. There we go. Not the best time to get that blue. Okay. Clear the green. There. Yeah. Nice. I agree.
Okay, that's funny. I just saw the one you posted, Melania Trump fist lady.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fun typo. Or is it a typo?
Yep. Oh, I see it now. Yeah. I don't know, just looking at her. Either way, it's like, I'm sorry, that's just the poster. That's just the poster for Do Not Stick Your Dick in Crazy.
Well, the previous one definitely is.
I don't know. The other one looks like she's got issues too.
Yeah, but there are probably less immediately dangerous issues than the first one.
Like the one looks at manic, the other looks depressive.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
What the fuck? Okay, it's interesting. The one Krevin posted where basically cut a cowboy hat into a cap. That's like interesting looking.
Definitely going to trigger some people.
They have what? Okay. It does look like one. It does look like one of the little pizza tent things here. And then, of course, there's the swastika, the fascist thing on 4 wheels.
That is such a good pun.
I know. What was the other one that I had? Of course, the BFG there. It's like an anti-drone weapon. The Bastille frequency gun. In other words, the BFG.
Yep. Of course, we all know what that really stands for, don't we? Ah, what a tease.
I don't know if you saw the one I posted, VC adjacent or not.
No, I don't usually look at that.
It was a thing I was telling you, it was an ad for Steak and Shake. And they had
I wish we had those here. Those sound good.
I got nothing. 100% beef tallow throwback fries. So basically, yeah, the fries are fried in like beef tallow.
Doesn't that just mean beef fat?
Yeah, but I guess it's some kind of, well, I guess as opposed to like, instead of like vegetable oil or something, it's
yeah.
But the Steak and Shake logo, which is kind of like a little circle with the logo and then two wings at the side, but the box it's sitting in front of, the fry box, is red, so somehow it looks rather, how best to say, a bit National Socialist.
Oh no.
Yeah, the way it looked, like red background, black and white, kind of winged logo. That's like, yeah. As I put it, said, sounds tasty. The ad design is a bit sus.
Yeah. I don't know why there's been this big anti-vegetable oil push lately. Is this an RFK thing?
I don't know. I really don't. I mean,
beef fat is better for you than vegetable oils for some reason. I don't know.
I mean, that's been around for a while. Hell, the frickin' in Las Vegas, their famous spot, the Heart Attack Grill, they do their fries in lard.
Of course they do.
Yeah. So it's meant to be bad for you. Apparently it's a lot tastier, though.
Well, yeah. Would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing I put in VC adjacent. Okay, there was a manga anime series called Kabuto. It's kind of like a Neo Samurai Ninja. Not Neo, what do you call it? Retro Samurai. It's like set totally the future period, but everything looks kind of like feudal Japan.
Sure.
You know, but everything looks like the samurai era, but you got robots and hover cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like but our main characters, they've got this ship that it kind of like, it's got the head of a dragon on one end and the kind of like scale design, but the main construction of the body, it looks like a swastika, or I guess the manji it's called in original Japanese, which was a Buddhist symbol.
Mm-hmm.
And still is. You know, one of the many things that they co-opted for their symbolism of their party. You know, he kind of like cribbed from, like I said, Buddhism, Norse mythology, stuff like that.
Oh no. I think this run is over.
Yeah.
Hey Larson, how do you feel about RoboCop? Ah. Damn it, never mind. Start over. Fuck that up. You should watch it sometime. You should. You should watch it this week, in fact. Because we're streaming the RoboCop video game next week, and you need to have done your homework, mister. Let's go with this. Oh no. I keep blocking myself off. Darn it. Ah. Alright, this run's a disaster as well. Let's get out of here. Okay.
Watching another Josh Dub video where it does them, I guess, collected like the Dragon Balls. And I said, that means we can make a wish. And I said, don't we need to be terminally ill or something? That's different. That's different. Make a wish.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can enjoy sleeping to this music, Larson. I think the same thing's been happening to me. I've been watching somebody play through Disco Elysium lately, and there's some incredible brainworm music in that game that has been stuck all the way in my brain.
They're saying it's kind of like the lo-fi music.
Yeah. To melt bricks too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna, it'll be like Tetris, because not only the image but the music sticks in your head.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also kind of like, what was that music that Kai used to have, like during the breaks and the setup?
Oh, I don't remember.
But I hear it a lot. Other people have used it. It's kind of, I think I was watching Nuxanor videos. He's been using that. It's kind of like this common music that everybody uses, so it must be free to use. But that it's always kind of like some kind of music that would play out a PA of the department store or something.
Yeah.
They're almost kind of like almost as catchy as the Nyan Cat music.
Oh yeah.
The first time I heard that, I was like, I'm never gonna do a little. I can move to
There we go. Hey.
Full clear. Nice. A nice old Weeble brain. What? Weeble brainworm. What are you talking about?
Like, since it said Weebles, you mean like little egg people? Wow.
Weebles will wobble, but they won't fall down.
Exactly.
The Weeble? Well, other than what we just said. Ugh. I don't like this. That's not even connected. What am I doing? Everyone loves Magical Trevor because the tricks that he does are ever so clever. That sounds like some British thing.
I'm looking, I see Magical Trevor. All songs. The little jaunty picking British animator. Okay.
Aha! I knew it. I knew it was British.
Okay, I know Weebles. Yeah, he makes these little earworm songs. Yeah, Amazing Horse. The Badger. Oh.
Does it taste just like raisins?
Yes. He's the guy who did that.
Dirty.
Look at my all of my man.
That is a bit of an earworm. Yeah.
I had this one coworker. We could do that song all the time. Get on my home. Come on.
I don't like this run. Give me blue. Thank you. Woo. That one got spicy for a minute there.
Spicy. Spicy. Now you made me think of that stupid thing. I think a lot of these cat videos, they seem to all have most of the same ones. A little kitten. It's like, are you spicy? Little kitten. It's like, hey, spicy.
That bottom layer gets tough to get rid of after a while because it gets really intermixed. Rainbowed up, you know?
The Weeble. He's still around. Now, you want to talk about my favorite YouTube or music creators was Crudbump.
That's a hell of a name.
Yeah,
oh, no. Oh god, I've ruined everything.
His style is sort of a white guy rap, but the subject matter was great. He was the one that did my one of his songs, I Don't Do Shit. He also did the song NSA or Bite That Butt. And of course, fuck you if you don't like Christmas.
Woo! That one almost went sour on me.
Yeah.
Oy.
I remember that the one of I Don't Do Shit was said, "Oh, I should come out to the club and get crazy, man. I'm the king of being lazy. Besides, I can drink beer at home. I do it every afternoon."
And morning. And evening.
Yeah.
Do. This game could definitely use some more music variety. Doo-doo-doo.
Go back to the Tetris music, you know.
Right?
That game I like so much for the NES. Karnov, was that the name of it? Little guy, little big bellied mustachioed guy with little genie shoes.
Karnov.
Yeah, that was it.
I remember that game.
One. Yeah, because whenever you beat the level, he do the little Russian dance. That was a cool one. It's like, yep, there's the. Oh God, the box art was amazing. I wonder if they have. Into the wiki. Wikis. I'd say if they don't have that for
Nice.
for something on this Switch, I would be disappointed and a bit shocked.
We need a new Karnov for the modern age.
No. Karnov. No, the only thing we seem to have is that's not Karnov. That's a whole different thing. Ancient Neo Geo Karnov's Revenge. Whoop, I just saw something here. Oh, what happened to it? There was a thing. So.
Almost capable of eating a waffle without thinking of or humming the waffle song. Why would you want to eat a waffle? Waffles are bleh.
I like waffles.
I don't like them. There's no flavor.
Oh, did you see? But did you see the thing? I know I posted it in Food and Drink. It's been 2 or 3 weeks, but my new breakfast creation. Basically my own homemade version of the McGriddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It just came one day to me. I was like, get up for breakfast, and I was like, I want bacon and eggs. I said, I don't really like a bacon and egg sandwich. And I said, hey, I got pancake mix.
Sounds like somebody's been inspired by a certain Mr. Rubskin.
Well, I mean, everybody knows about the McGriddle. He didn't discover the McGriddle.
But he's the one who tried to make it into a hamburger.
I know he made the McGribble, which was basically taking the meat from the McRib and putting it in the McGriddle.
Yeah. I think he tried to do it with a burger as well. During times when the McRib was not available.
Yeah, I've also seen, of course, all the time, of course, the infamous mixture of the McChicken and the burger, the McGangbang.
Yeah. It's a gangbang in my mouth.
That's one of those secret menu items.
Right.
So I was watching Fat Electrician again recently. One of his great videos on.
Sorry, hold on. You're getting all muffled again.
I don't know.
Are you? Maybe can you move it more closer to you or something?
I don't know. I didn't do anything.
Okay, that's better. You were watching what?
Fat Electrician. He's in a lot of great videos, and he was doing his video on Little Caesars.
Okay, yeah.
That's an interesting story. I don't like him saying, "Oh, Little Caesars, that's not a real pizza." It's pizza. There's expected to be some gourmet pizza. It says on the title, "Hot, fresh, and ready."
Just like your mom.
It's like, and $5.
Why would
It's
people
like-
call it not pizza? I don't understand
I
that.
don't know. Or they're expecting it to be some kind of, I don't know what, but I guess up against other places like Domino's or Pizza Hut, and have all this selection. It's like, no, it's basically just a basic pizza. It's made to be fast and cheap. And it's almost like the Taco Bell of pizzas, or they said the Arizona tea of pizzas. Like, wasn't until recently they raised their price. It's been $5.99 for decades. It's only because something to do with food costs they had to raise it, and so since they had to raise the price, they also upped the ingredient content. So it's like, hey,
Good for
still
them.
making it worth your while.
When I was in high school, we lived like around the corner from a Little Caesars, so we used to have it a fair bit.
Yeah,
I always enjoyed it.
they have a Little Caesars in town, and then they had tried to do some deal to put in a Little Caesars on campus at the local university. I don't know why they couldn't, but they do, however, have like a truck or trailer they pull into the stadium during football games. They sell like personal, like Little Caesars kind of personal
Hmm.
pizzas, and they sell a bunch of those.
You remember when McDonald's used to make pizzas?
You know, I've read about it, never actually seen it.
They were surprisingly not terrible.
Hmm.
They weren't great. Like, I'd still rather get a pizza from a pizza place, but
Yeah.
they're all right.
Oh,
They're okay. Not
All I
bad.
can think of
Uh-huh.
makes me think of two things, like stuff you wouldn't expect to see at a McDonald's. And that's one, and I think they had a hot dog at McDonald's at one point. But there were two things. One was like a comedy skit, made a commercial on Saturday Night Live one time, and they had for McSushi.
Yeah. I think
That
they
was
actually
funny.
did lobster or something or other at one point.
Yeah, and they did some kind of little jingle and the whole thing in the commercial. And the funniest part was when, at one point, it cuts to sitting at a table, a little Japanese guy who's eating a burger. He kind of looks around and shrugs, like, "Oh well."
Hmm.
Like all the white folks eating sushi and the Japanese guys eating a burger.
Yeah.
That's kinda
There's this place at the mall downtown here that I'm not sure if they're still there, but they're doing this thing of they called a sushi burrito.
Huh.
It's basically just like an extra large piece of sushi that they didn't chop into pieces. So, you know, like when they're making the sushi roll,
Right.
they make it like a long thing and then they slice it up.
Huh.
So
Yeah,
imagine
that's
that.
a roll.
Yeah, imagine that. You just keep it as a roll. You don't slice it into pieces, and the pieces were like 2 or 3 times wider than usual. So it was like a burrito-sized big roll of sushi.
The other thing was, I don't know if you remember, there's a series called The PJs.
No.
It was on Fox in the late 90s, early aughts, and it was Eddie Murphy was doing the voices. It was set in the projects. That's what PJ stood for. So it was in a lower rent area, all, largely black folks lived there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at one point when they were talking about, they said government conspiracies and something. They're the one that tried to push this and that. And one said, and McChitlins, and it's like, ugh, that made me sick. That's what I think, McChitlins, like the McPizza.
Terrible.
Like McSushi, McChitlins, why not?
McGrits.
You know what? I would almost be surprised why that's not a McDonald's breakfast item.
Well, at least they have that much dignity, I suppose.
I happen to like grits. As far as
Yeah, but
hot-
I'm just saying they would fuck it up, though.
I mean, it's hard to fuck up grits. It's hot water grits, and especially depending on what you use, you've got either the standard grits, which take about 15 minutes to
Yeah.
cook. We've got the quick grits, which take about 5 minutes, and then you just got instant grits. Add hot water, done. Now we used to do like a breakfast like line at the store I'm at. Now we just make breakfast biscuits and stick them out front. So you've got it's either bacon, patty sausage, or link sausage. Those are your three choices, and they just grab those and pay them up front. But we actually had a breakfast plate, so you had your choice of any one of those meats: eggs, grits, and a biscuit.
Yeah. I don't like this run. It has turned against me. Ah. Okay. RN Jesus has forsaken me. Nah. What are grits even made of, anyway?
Corn.
It's corn
Meal.
powder. Yeah. Okay.
Like cornmeal.
Yeah.
It's like ground up corn, which is basically just put it in boiling water with salt, and then you can put whatever you want on it. You can put butter, cheese.
Yeah. I mean, I've eaten it. I just don't know what. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it's like a hot cereal, much like
yeah.
oatmeal.
Well, like I said,
porridge.
I've eaten it.
But yeah, it's corn.
Yeah. There you go.
Like I said, I like it. I like the flavor and texture. Something about oatmeal. I just
What
do not
flavor?
like.
One I had barely had a flavor at all. Had a nice
I had
texture
like
though.
It's kind of a nutty flavor to it, barely. But yeah, the texture I don't know. It's something about it I don't like. I like grits better. Now, one other hot cereal that's been around a long time, and I have never ever tried it. It was cream of wheat.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, much like Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima, they had a slightly controversial. They had a black man on the box, this smiling man in a little white chef's coat and chef hat, holding up a hot bowl of cream of wheat. And of course, because I don't know, somebody just like, oh, that's insensitive. What? It's a black man on the box. He's standing there holding a bowl of the product. I don't see what's insensitive about it.
You can't depict minorities.
So much like Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima in the Land of Lakes Indian, he's gone.
Yeah.
In fact, there's another thing they did that to, and I was even surprised the product still existed. Red Man chewing tobacco. It's a different name now, and it's
because Red Man's not the coolest thing to call them,
Yeah. Well, there was a pest extermination company around here forever, and they still exist. They're Red Pest Control, Red with 2 D's, but their logos we use called the Red Man. They had this. I don't have to tell you what their corporate mascot was.
Yeah.
They get. But yeah, that no longer exists.
I can see why.
Yeah. Red Man. Oh, the Red Man.
I saw a post recently of an indigenous fellow wearing a T-shirt that had just like a white guy's face on it, and it said the Caucasians.
Oh, I've seen that one. I'll tell you one thing, and I found out something about the little indigenous thing. Apparently, there's a term or two coming out of there. It was one of the Goons videos playing like Cards Against Humanity. Something coming up. The words are Skoden and Studis.
I don't know what those mean, but I don't like the sound of them.
Well, no, actually, you do know what they mean because all they are is normal words that have just been mashed together. They are "let's go then" and "let's do this."
Yeah, weird.
Skoden, Studis. Apparently, that's just like res speak. Apparently
Yeah.
kind of a Midwestern sort of accent on her playing. Skoden. I don't know if you've ever seen. There's a funny comedy series you can find. It's called Reservation Dogs.
Nope.
They're kind of a bunch of young people, born and raised on the res and Valence stage, and these stories kind of speak when he has somebody. He's organic.
Boston accent, yeah.
He's organic, and like one guy, his spirit guide was William Knifeman. And it said like died a little bighorn. I was like, oh, did you get shot? No, my horse stepped in a gopher hole and fell on me.
Yeah.
I was like,
Ah, so close. I'm like one blue pixel away on that one.
ooh, yeah. And of course, they don't take for giving you one.
Yeah. Now if they do, it'll be too late. Yay, there we go. Made it. Alright, we'll do a few more rounds, then we'll call it a night. So Larson, is this music stuck in your head for a week yet? Do 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 do. Give me a blue, you bastards! Oh my god.
Ooh. Be a blue one.
Oh, now they give me a blue, now that it's blocked off. God damn it. This game is evil. It really is Tetris. There we go. Something about the yellow blocks just feels the most appropriate when it's all sand. They're the ones that are already sand to begin with. Yeah. Alright, come on, blue. Okay. Yeah. I don't want the blue. Hey, well, that was unexpected. Maybe I did want it, after all. Ah! Pixel blocked. Okay. Whew. I thought I was going to get pixel blocked again for a second there, but I snuck it through. Hey.
Ooh, well, this is not going to help me.
Eh?
Oh, reading a story. Los Angeles man shot and killed by 2 illegal immigrants attempting to steal his catalytic converter. Both men had been arrested and released more than a dozen times in LA County for violent crimes in the past few years.
Oh.
Well, that's not going to help the immigrant cause, is it?
No, it will not.
The thing. What? Well, I have the majority of the people. Well, they're getting anybody who is, let's face it, in the country illegally. But the major ones they're going after are the violent criminals. Guys who have caused violent crimes many times in this country, which they are in illegally, and they keep getting released. I mean...
Trying to get rid of the blue. There we go. Blue gets out of here. Oh, red goes with it. Nice. Alright, green, you're next. Alright. Yeah. This happened a few times. Never mind that immigrants commit less crime per capita. Yeah? Per capita, for sure. I mean, everybody's doing it, but, you know.
Except for that, one crime of entering the country illegally.
I mean, Trump wants to deport repeat criminals, so I think he should prove his dedication to the idea and go first.
Yeah, true that. But hey, what's the old thing? Sometimes it takes a criminal to catch a criminal.
Yeah. Well, I doubt he's gonna pull that off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of those criminals he sent back to their own country as and whenever time they tried to deny taking them back, is what's that you said? Raise our tariffs? Okay.
No, yeah. Never mind. He keeps threatening tariffs and then changing his mind.
Well, when they do things like, I don't know, take back the criminals who should not have been here in the first place.
Yeah, all those Canadian criminals overrunning the country.
Well, just the one. I was currently Prime Minister, but
yeah. We should deport him.
What was it they kept saying when he wants to take over Greenland? What was it? Owns it like Denmark or whoever?
Greenland. Yeah.
No, I think Denmark. I think Greenland is officially part of the Danish thing or something. Whatever they were saying. Well, what if we take some of yours, and how about we take California? And a lot of people are going, okay. It's like, you want this major thing to become a big hobo camp and everything's on fire? It's all yours. We'll take Greenland off your hands, and you can have California. Greenland territory. Autonomous Territory Kingdom is an autonomous territory of Denmark. Yes.
I wonder why he wants it so bad.
Don't know. I mean, we've been taken forever, and the place is one. It's like we still haven't made Puerto Rico an official U.S. state, and they've been asking. It's like, no. Well, Make it an official state, not just a territory. Let's get all the benefits of statehood. I mean, on the books, Puerto Ricans are officially U.S. citizens. Yeah. Somebody was putting on says share your favorite car, a film, or TV. I've put, of course, for me, it has to be from Mad Max, The Interceptor.
Classic.
Yep. Last of the V8s.
I'm still a big DeLorean fan. I don't know how practical those things are, but man, they look cool.
Yeah. There's a picture. There's the DeLorean, the hover version. There's a recognized Knight Rider, and there's Herbie the Love Bug.
Knight Rider, yep.
Yep. Herbie the Love Bug, of course, the A-Team van.
Yes.
Or from Dumb and Dumber, the dog car.
Well, I don't remember that at all.
Oh, yeah, from the Dumb and Dumber movies, they're driving around this car that was basically covered in, like, I don't know, shag carpet or something. It looked like fur. And it had big dog ears and nose and a little tongue hanging out the front of the car.
Awful.
Yeah. Let's say, of course, from Starsky and Hutch, the Gran Torino. Of course, Magnum's the Ferrari. There's, of course, Herbie the Love Bug.
Yeah, you mentioned that one already.
Yeah, and then, of course, now you've got, like, I forget what brand of car that was from the Wayne's World movies. There's, of course, the Winchester's car from Supernatural.
Never saw that, so I have no idea.
There's a 67 Chevy Impala.
I don't know cars that well, so that doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, pretty cool looking car. The Bandit car from the Smokey and the Bandit movies.
Don't know those, but you've suddenly reminded me of the Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh yeah, that was I believe it was a Challenger, I think it was a Charger. The Bandit car was a Pontiac Firebird. Basically, it was on the same body as the Trans Am. And then, of course, the 1960s Batmobile, can't forget that. There's, of course, the Mach 5 from Speed Racer. And several different James Bond cars, everything from the...
How about the Jokerized Batmobile? Remember that one? When there was some part of the story where Batman's mind got taken over by the Joker?
No, I don't remember that one. I remember there being a car. Now, I remember there has been a Joker mobile, and that was a... Then again, at some point, a lot of different villains have had some kind of insert villain here mobile. Joker's had one, Catwoman's had one. Everything from the kitty car to the Cadillac.
Oh, the Cadillac, that's good. Quality pun.
Yeah. Now, here's one many people don't remember, and that's from the old Inspector Gadget cartoon.
Oh, yeah. I used to love that cartoon.
The van that could change into a police car.
Shame what Matthew Broderick did to that.
Oh, you think that was bad? You should have seen the sequel with French Stewart. It was even worse.
Ugh. No thanks.
Now, I will say, the movie was awful. I kind of expected French Stewart to do a decent job because I thought he'd probably try to do the voice of the cartoon character. I think he could do that. Ethan Braddock didn't try to do the voice. Let's see. Trying to find any animation of that. Can't find it. GIFs here. Oh well.
Yay! All right, one more. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Yellow, you stay over there for now. Red and blue are fighting. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, I need to get rid of the yellow. Okay. This yellow is not helping. Get out of here. Alright. That'll get the blue. Alright, nice. What'd you miss, Larson? Some blocks disappeared and turned into sand. And we talked about cars. Kinda. And also, boo 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 boo. Boo boo boo. No one should have to suffer through. I know, nobody should ever have to suffer through missing that. I agree. not a great setup right now. Oh no! I've pixel blocked myself again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! I think it's all over for our intrepid heroes. Are... unsure? Question mark? Oh, oh, oh! Ah, it's happening! Oh my god! I did not plan any of that. Woo! After forsaking me for so long, RN Jesus has noticed me again. All right, nice. Okay. All right. Arg. Alright, fine. I guess we'll resolve this yellow and green situation first, then. Nice. I semi-planned that to some degree, or at least I set it up to allow it to be open to something like that. Do you think it hurts to see this keep happening to me, Larson? It hurts me to be doing it to myself. It hurts me more because I know I'm the one that did it. Finally pulled it together, though. Man, that was pretty fun, actually. Larson, this game is free on Steam if you want to check her out yourself. All right.